What's going on, y'all? This I am MJTV, and I'm back with another video. Y'all already know from the title what we about to get into. But before we do that, stop what you're doing. Go down below, hit that subscribe button. Also, make sure you hit that bell so whenever I do post a video, you are notified immediately. Because you never know what we're going to be talking about. So let's get into the video now. So I'm pretty sure if you haven't been on the rock, you've seen the news. R.Kelly did an interview today. He did his first sit-down interview with Gayle King of CBS Morning Show, and it was a debacle. It was a complete, utter disaster for him. Like, the first question I want to ask is, where was this man's lawyer? Who in their right mind would let R.Kelly sit up here and make himself look like an absolute fool? Y'all, in this interview, he looks so, I don't even know. He looked crazy, for a lack of better words. He looks like he is detached from reality. He sounds, now y'all know they already said R.Kelly can't read and you know, he didn't finish school and all this type of stuff. It showed on the interview. He just sounded like he was just rambling. My first issue with him is, it seems as though he does not want to admit that he has done anything wrong. Gayle, the first thing she asks him, you know, why do you want to sit down? And his answer is, he wants to pretty much, he's seen all these things on the blogs. He's seen all this stuff, and he pretty much wants to give his side of it. Or he seems like a narcissistic liar. Like, it's to the point where he is believing his own reality at this point. Like, he's believing that he hasn't done anything wrong. Now, okay, I do think the parents, they have a lot to do with this also. It's some of these parents that have willingly given their daughters to R.Kelly for some type of gain, whether it's financial or them being stars. They've allowed R.Kelly to come into their daughters' lives, and we're at this point now. And others, I do think, you know, it's real victims out here. I can't say everybody's story is legitimate, but I do know from watching this interview, this man has a serious problem. He goes on in the interview, and Gayle asks him, you know, what's wrong? He said he needs help. And his help, he needs help because he has too big of a heart. No, that's not what you need help with. You need psychological counseling. You definitely need that, but you need to do some time behind bars. R.Kelly doesn't want to take no accountability for anything that he's done. I feel like he's been allowed to skate by for so long, and nobody has held him accountable. He's had a slap on the wrist. He slid out of these cases with no kind of punishment, and I feel like now it's all crashing down on him, and he doesn't know what to do. And another thing, I don't feel like R.Kelly is the only person that should be going down. To me, anybody who was bringing girls to him, you was a manager and you were seeing this and turning a blind eye to it, I'm sorry, but they need to get you too. You are just as responsible for what's going on now as he is. Yeah, he's an adult at the end of the day, but you have literally people on his team who are going out to recruit girls. Listen to this. Recruit girls. Come on. Like, that's just crazy. You know, it was going pretty good at a point. Of course, he's dodging all the questions, not taking any blame or accountability for anything. And it kind of takes a turn. So we're going to watch this little clip.
Pull girls against their will, chain them up in my basement, and don't let them eat and don't let them out unless they need some shoes down the street from their uncle. Robert, stop it. Y'all quit playing.
He say stop it. Y'all quit playing. Y'all playing with him like this.
This
stuff can't be real.
This is not me, y'all. I'm fighting for my
it start right here.
Y'all killing me with this. I get out 30 years.
He get unhinged.
Robert.
This was a full production with some bad acting right here.
You killing me, man. This is not about music. I'm trying to have a relationship with my kids and I can't do it.
You want to have a relationship with your kids?
Y'all just don't want to believe the truth.
So he says he want to have a relationship with his kids, and I guess this stuff is stopping him from doing so. I'm pretty sure, I don't know what child would see this and not feel some type of way about their parent, even if, you know, we want to believe that it's not true. It's kind of hard when you see all this and when you experience him being in a relationship with your mother and you trying to see all the turmoil that they went through. I'm sure it's hard on them. Like, that's who I feel sorry for. I feel sorry for the victims, of course, but his kids, like, they have no relationship with their father, like, none. But this right here, and I commend Gayle. Gayle held her own. She just kind of stayed calm. She was almost like, girl, calm down. It's not that serious. He put on a whole production, literally a whole production. And you know what kind of bothers me is when you see on the internet who kind of still supports him. And it's a lot of women that are like, oh, he didn't do it. Those girls, all these excuses as to why R. Kelly isn't guilty of all these 10 charges that he's facing right now. It's just kind of weird. And I read some tweets. Let's read them. Like some stuff, and I was just kind of confused. Like, how can you sit? I know we're just watching it and getting all the, you know, all the details too. We just have to kind of come to our own conclusions about whether we think he's right or wrong. But it's just like some stuff, like after that documentary, everybody cannot be lying on this man. Yeah, you got some people that are probably exaggerating the truth because the money drained and they don't have funds coming in. So, of course, yeah, right now they probably are doing things out of spite. But everybody is not lying on R. Kelly. But let's read these tweets. I was literally like baffled with some of the stuff that people are saying. This one lady, I honestly feel like everybody lying at this point, G, especially saying there was no money involved. Everyone is lying. So everybody just lying on R. Kelly for money. Like I said, I'm pretty sure it's some people that are lying on R. Kelly, but everybody's not attacking R. Kelly and wanting to see him have a 30-year downfall. Like, that's just not the case for me. Then another one, let's see. Now, this was a really good one. She said, R. Kelly can actually assault someone on camera. You still have black women standing by him. Women, we have to do better. He's an abuser. Deal with it and stop victim shaming. That is my thing right there. Like, if you're a woman and you're seeing this, don't some type of compassion come over you? Like, oh, yeah, it could be some truth to what she's saying. You know, I feel her pain. Of course, some of these women, it is some of them that are in these situations, maybe because they put themselves in there. But I do think you have to look at the facts of this case that's been going on for years with R. Kelly and all these allegations. Like, we've seen the sex tape. Like, come on. Like, this man has a problem. And it's like nobody wants to say it. He has a problem, and not a problem that you go and you do a little bit of therapy for and you're fine. No, he's committed crimes. Anybody else who's had relationships with underage girls or underage this, you got to face the consequences for, you know, your actions. And I feel like a great consequence for R. Kelly is jail time. I'm just sorry. Like, that's just my opinion. And that's how I feel about it. Like, he literally needs like something that therapy can't offer R. Kelly. Let me read another tweet that got me. Y'all happy this white man wants to put another black guy to jail? Shaking my head. Is anything being done about all these white men in the acting industry raping and drugging women? What's being done to them? Nothing. But of course y'all excited they put one of our own instead of getting him the help he needs. Those girls need the help as well. And the parents, because what type of parents to get money from someone and letting them do whatever to your child if he goes to jail? The parents need to go to jail too, period. I can't read some of this grammar these people have. But that's my thing too. With our community. Our community. We want to deviate from the fact that he has committed crime and flip it back on race. Yeah, there's white people doing stuff wrong. There's Mexican. There are all kind of other people that are committing crimes. But we talking about R. Kelly at this point. It has nothing to do with race. he's wrong. Like, he's committed crimes. Women have literally been taken away from their families. He's having underage sex with young girls. Like, that's not enough in itself. But you know what? You know what? As a community, we do have this thing where when it comes to molestation and then assault and stuff, even within our own families, where we know, hey, you got that uncle that did so-and-so to, you know, to the nieces or the nephews, and we turn a blind eye to it, and I don't get that. Like, you can't tell your truth if that's your truth. If something happened to you, you don't supposed to say it, you don't speak about it, you don't get help. Like, no, let's stop that. Like, let's address the situation. You got people in your family that have done stuff, that type of stuff, they're wrong. Like, let's not be afraid to speak out and say, hey, you know what? That's not right. Uncle so-and-so, you're wrong. We can't deal with you. We're going to the authorities. Instead of going by 30 years and so-and-so has to go through their whole life carrying that kind of baggage. No, stop. Deal with that stuff now. But I'm going on my rant. Y'all let me know what you thought about the interview. It literally, I'm done with the R. Kelly situation. I've never been a fan like that. And I'm kind of a person of reason. Like, you're right or you're wrong. And if the facts, all the facts that we have, they say R. Kelly is wrong. Like, but y'all let me know how you feel. If you haven't watched the interview, go watch that interview now. Then come back over here and leave a comment down below. I'm out. Like I said, if you have not subscribed to the channel, make sure you do so and hit that bell. And I'll see y'all next time.